Sumba, the land of 1,000 horses. For the next 4 days, we're going to be exploring this incredible island in Indonesia, diving into the culture, meeting the people, and experiencing its breathtaking nature. So buckle up because it's going to be a good one. Good morning, good afternoon from Sumba Island. We just landed here. It's about 12 in the noon and we're waiting to check in our hotel. Flying from Bali, the vibe here is absolutely chill. My favorite drink in Indonesia, ice jeruk. We couldn't help but notice the cone-shaped houses made of bamboo and buffalo skins. They were everywhere along with the artwork. Little did we know that these elements are deeply tied to the ancient traditions, which we will discover soon. It's time to explore some waterfalls. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Uh-oh. Our first stop was the waterfall in the middle of a rice field, surrounded by lush greenery and almost no tourists in sight. As clouds began rolling in, we decided to head to the next location. After a 40-minute bike ride, we arrived at a local village called Praijing Village, hoping to understand more about the culture and its people. This is the viewpoint where you can see the whole village. The village is known for its traditional cone-shaped houses, with tall roofs called Uma Batangu. The roofs can reach up to 15 meters high and represents a spiritual connection between the earth and the heavens. Locals live a substantial lifestyle, farming, weaving, and raising animals. Women are often seen waving ikat cloth. The villagers follow Marapu belief system, an ancient religion unique to Sumba. You'll notice buffalo and pig skulls displayed on many homes, sign of wealth, sacrifice, and spiritual offerings. The village is also surrounded by stone graves used for funerals and ancestor worship. So I just had coffee with local people, which they made right in front of me, and it's just so amazing to see the culture and how they live here. We were generally moved by the kindness of local. They stopped to take photos with us and were curious to learn about us, as this part of Sumba rarely sees foreign visitors. Good morning, day number 2 from Sumba. Today's mission is to explore the coastline. So we are heading right now. The sun is rising, but unfortunately we're going to the other side. So there's a lot of beautiful places to explore today, and it's a long day. Are you excited?
Yes, let's go faster.
Let's do this, man. The roads are so beautiful. Exploring Sumba or any remote part of Indonesia requires some serious navigation and motorbike skills, which came in really handy as we often found ourselves riding on a hiking trail or unpaved roads. But that's what made the adventure even more exciting. Just parked the bike here because the bike, I don't think it can go any further. And it was hard to find this place because Google Maps is not updated and it shows a different way and there's different paths. So we're here at Mbwana Beach. Really hard to find, but apparently it's a hidden gem. So here we are. Lots of bushes, off-roading, and the bike that I rented is amazing. I rented it for 300k for 2 days, which is pretty cheap. The motorbike would definitely not be able to come here. So it's a good decision to park the bike. The raw beauty of the place left us speechless. This beach is still relatively untouched. No major facilities, no shops, no crowds, and that's what exactly we're looking for. It quickly became our favorite spot because we were the only one there. There are many traditional villages on Sumba Island, and we decided to visit another one by the beach. The welcome we received from the local community was heartwarming. The villagers rely on tips as there are no entrance fees or ticket access to these places, so giving back is appreciated. Exploring West Sumba was amazing, and the next morning we drove east, where the vibe shifted completely. Once we arrived, we were surrounded by panoramic hills and a different kind of beauty. Good morning. Good afternoon actually, day number 3 in Sumba. And right now we just checked into this place called Morinda Villa, and just look at the view here guys, it's absolutely amazing. This part of the island has a lot of hills as you can see behind me, and it looks like a FPV simulator heaven, and I'm definitely gonna send my long range. In the next couple of days we're gonna explore this side, rent a motorbike. This island has a lot of culture and history. The west part of the island was really nice. We explored some beaches, we went to a couple of villages, and it is really different from what you normally see in Bali, and it's really chill. There's not much traffic here, the people are laid back. The kind owner invited us for a boat ride through the river valley, and it turned out to be one of the most peaceful experiences of the trip. We're about to take a boat ride through the river to catch the sunrise. I think it's gonna be nice. Look at Batman. We glided past traditional farming plot, rice paddies, and quiet village life. It was pure silence, just the sound of birds and flowing water. What a beautiful way to start the morning. The sun is rising just over the hills now. We are enjoying the sunrise. Batman, hi. We just came back from a beautiful ride on the Morinda River. Now the plan is to catch some horses, wild horses, and we're gonna ride our motorbike. There's a place that we're gonna go that there's supposedly these wild horses, and I really want to capture them with my drone. So we're gonna go hunt for the horses and maybe explore some hills. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
I never imagined landscapes like these existed in Indonesia. For a moment I forgot I was in Southeast Asia. It felt like I was in Africa. Passing through the vast, majestic scenery and witnessing wild horses in the open field was something truly special. Searching for horses. It's really dry, it doesn't look like Indonesia. The coastline is on the right side, it's so beautiful. Hey! Quit horsing around! A lot of horses. We had to stop here because we saw a lot of horses in the middle of the field, and I'm gonna send my drone to check them out. It's really beautiful here. There are horses crossing the street all around. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're all running! Oh my god, it's so beautiful! Oh my god! What is this? Oh my god, it's so nice! Oh man! Wow, that was amazing! So we made it to these hills called Palindi Pira Kuku. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name right, but man, this place is like heaven. It's amazing here. The sun is setting on the right. We're going to the viewpoint over there, and look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'm gonna do some long range. I have my 4000 mAh Lion battery fully charged, and I was just ready for this moment. Good morning from Sumba Island. We decided to climb the hill to catch the sunrise, and Batman just followed us. Morning, the villa where we're staying, Batman is the dog who stays there, and apparently he's really famous. So yesterday morning we did a river ride. Today we decided to climb to catch the sunrise. Sun is about to pop out. Super excited to send it. Good boy, Batman. Go chase some birds. Go. We are surrounded by beautiful hills. Yesterday we traveled to Palianding Kuku. Palianding Kuku Hills, which is the next set of hills an hour away from here. Was really worth it. I got some amazing sunset shots. Now just hoping for a beautiful sunrise. We are trying to make it to that tree over there that looks like Narnia, and there are a lot of horses here. It looks like a dreamland, honestly. The sun is right behind a cloud, and I just wanted to pop out so I can start flying. Hi! What are you doing? This hike was definitely the highlight of my trip. Standing on top of a hilltop surrounded by wild horses and the sun rising in the background, straight out of a fairy tale, and easily one of my best drone shots I've ever captured. It's moments like these that fuel our passion to travel more, and honestly, these memories stick with you forever. As our journey comes to an end in Sumba, I would like to thank the owner of Morinda Villa for letting us stay here and welcoming us with open heart. This place is highly recommended. It's affordable, comfortable, and a must stay if you're visiting Sumba. In just 4 days, we have learned so much and seen so many beautiful places. Our trip to Sumba has been nothing short of a dream come true. I hope you enjoyed this adventure of ours, and I'll see you guys in the next one.